What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be checking out some Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War gameplay. We actually dropped a nuke in this game. We're going to be rocking the M16. Me, personally, I think the M16 still outguns the Carv. I know a lot of people think the Carv is really good. I agree as well because it has literally no recoil on the weapon. But the M16's damage is just far superior. It's absolutely insane, and I think you guys will really enjoy today's gameplay. But the point of the topic today is pretty much what the title is. I want Call of Duty 2021 to succeed. Now, I know I said a lot of times that I just want this game to flop because it'll teach Activision a lesson and it'll hopefully, improve in the future. But for me personally, I just want this to actually be the game. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, JB, are you being an idiot? Are you stupid? Are you thinking correctly? Like, what's going on with you? But I'm being honest with you guys. I like World War II games. I seriously do. And Call of Duty hasn't had a good World War II game in a very long time. And you might say, well, we just played Call of Duty World War II. But in my personal opinion, World War II was pretty much a flop. It didn't feel like World War II, and even though at the end of the cycle, it was a good game, it's playable now, at the end of the day, it still doesn't feel like World War II. I didn't get any vibes of the actual time period. The storyline wasn't outstanding. I just didn't care for it. My favorite World War II experience out of the whole Call of Duty franchise is clearly World at War. That game was nitty, it was gritty, it showed the true, actual vibes of a World War II scenery. It was outstanding, it was amazing. Probably one of the best World War II shooters ever made in the history of any FPS game. And just think about it real quick. You might say, well, all we have played is World War II games. That's all we played in Call of Duty. Honestly, no. We haven't played Call of Duty in only World War II. Yes, Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3 were all World War II, but after that, they completely ditched it. World at War was literally one of the last good World War II games we've ever played, and it took 9 years until we finally saw Call of Duty World War II. Let that soak in a little bit. 9 years. We have not been playing World War II that frequently like everybody thinks. Everybody says we constantly play World War II. No. 9 years is a very long gap between two World War II shooters, and me personally, I don't count Call of Duty World War II as an actual World War II shooter. Again, it could be fun. It could be exciting. It is. I see tons of people still out there grinding out content for World War II as well. It's a popular game. It's a good game. It runs great. But, like I said, when it comes to the vibes of a World War II shooter, I don't get any. To me personally, that's why I think Modern Warfare 2019 was so successful. Even though the game wasn't there for multiplayer, it gave you the vibes of a real modern day scenario. What's going on modern day against terrorism? It was absolutely insane. And it got people hooked because that's what they paid their money for. If I'm going to pay money for a World War II shooter, I expect a World War II shooter. Same thing with Black Ops Cold War, in my personal opinion. That's why I think it flopped big time, honestly, when it came to multiplayer. People paid money for a Vietnam, Cold War era. It doesn't even seem like that. Honestly, to me, Black Ops Cold War resembles like Battlefield Hardline, a cops and crooks type of game. That's what I get out of this game with the colors, the skins, the operator skins, the actual operators themselves, the maps. Nothing like screams Vietnam Cold War actual warfare when I'm playing this game, and I think that's why it flopped. That's why Modern Warfare, the sales are absolutely insane, because the game actually felt real. It felt like an actual real-life scenario, and we haven't played World War II like that in ages, and I miss that. World at War gave me the best vibes I've ever seen out of any Call of Duty game, and I just want to see that again. I really do, and I think that this is going to be Sledgehammer's redemption round right here. They completely flopped with World War II, like I just said. It didn't feel like an absolutely amazing game. This could be their chance. It's already been said that it's going to be on the Modern Warfare engine, which is a massive upgrade. And keep in mind, Sledgehammer Games, they're known for making, I believe it was Dead Space, which is an extremely scary horror game. They know how to make, horrific stuff. That's why when World War II came out, I was so disappointed. I was like, Sledgehammer Games are making zombies in that game. They're making a nice, World War II campaign. I was like, Sledgehammer Game with, their past experience with other horror games, they could really bring out the scary side of what a World War II scenario is like with World at War. World at War didn't really give me, the fast-paced, arcade, styled vibes when I loaded up the game. Nothing like Black Ops 2 with, the arcadey music and stuff like that. No, the music was really deep. It was really emotional. It was really scary, honestly. It was scary, and they really gave off those vibes throughout the game, and that's why I like a World War II shooter, and Sledgehammer Games wasn't able to nail that. Even with all their past experience in horror games, they didn't do it! And I think it was honestly all because of the engine. The engine they were on was too goofy, it was too cartoonish, it was too arcadey to actually give off real horror vibes of World War II. And with them finally being able to move over to the Modern Warfare engine, I think they can actually get something out here. Like I said, Modern Warfare, that was, honestly, it was kind of like a horror game when it came to the campaign. And if Sledgehammer Games can take advantage of this engine, bring out a real World War II game, they could potentially make something that's amazing. And I do want to make this very clear. I don't think the game is going to turn out good. I seriously don't. Just with how the past 2 games have released, Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War, the cycle doesn't look like it's safe right now. And every single game is going to be released as a broken mess with no content, no maps, no weapons, no variety. The horrible metas. It's just going to be really, really bad. I already know this, but there's a little part of me that just wants to play a World War II shooter. Because, like I just said, World at War is in my top 3 favorite Call of Duty games ever made. Probably my number 1 favorite World War II game ever made. I like World War II. I seriously do. It's an enjoyable time period. And even though other people don't enjoy it, I feel like I got ripped out of a Call of Duty game that was supposed to be a good World War II shooter, you know? They advertised it as that. They advertised it as they're taking it back to its roots, but was it really? No, it didn't feel like World War II, and I feel like I got robbed. So instead of 9 years without a World War II shooter, I would consider it more like 11 or 12 years without a World War II shooter. 11 or 12 years, because I didn't even play Call of Duty World War II in its prime. That I hated the game so much when it first released, I completely ignored it and played PUBG for the majority of that whole cycle. PUBG, Rainbow Six Siege, I did not touch COD. That's how much I hated Call of Duty World War II. I went 11 to 12 years. And I'm sure a lot of you guys as well. I know. A lot of you guys do not enjoy World War II shooters, but there are still people out there, and I know it's people who are listening to this commentary, who just like and enjoy the World War II theme, and we all got robbed. We waited all of this time for another World War II shooter, and they released one that's absolute dog crap. I want this to be good. I need this to be good. This has to be outstanding. And if it's not good, then World War II is done for, man. I just had to accept the fact. Again, I know it's not going to be an outstanding game. I know multiplayer is going to suck. But when I load up that campaign, I want it to feel good. Every vibe that I got from World at War, I want Sledgehammer to be able to do that plus more. They could not go ahead and brag and boast about making some of the best horror games ever made and then go over to a Call of Duty shooter and pick out a time period which is a very horrific war. I mean, this isn't like, you know, modern day where we can still have all these advantages. We are one up on all the enemies. No, we were versing the freaking Nazis. It was a crazy, insane war. It was horrifying, scary. The events that went on, that occurred. I don't want them to come up with some fake, lame story that has nothing to do with World War II, cover up all the Nazi symbols to, you know, try to resemble something else, to alter history. I don't want any of this crap, and I know for a fact Activision is going to do it. They're going to make sure that it's not going to be good, but I have just a little bit of hope because, like I said, Activision is bragging and boasting once again that it's going to be, you know, a very hardcore, you know, shooter that's going to really, you know, spark up conversation, you know, with media and all that stuff, which they did. They said the same thing with Modern Warfare, and it's true. I mean, shoot, they had terrorists literally, like, shooting little kids in front of your face in the middle of the storyline. It was really, really, like, it was disturbing at times. It was actually disturbing, so they're not lying when they say they're going to be, you know, doing stuff that the media isn't going to be happy with. And if that's the case, in a World War II shooter on the Modern Warfare engine made by Sledgehammer Games, who made many horror games, I'm hoping that the campaign will be semi-good. And if the campaign is semi-good when it comes to the vibes of a World War II shooter, that will leak over to the multiplayer scene. You know, there was no World War II vibes in the regular campaign when it came to Call of Duty World War II. So when you go over to the multiplayer side, there was nothing in there as well. It just felt bland, basic. The only good thing about it is it was a decent arcade shooter. But the World War II vibes just felt way too goofy to, you know, make me feel immersed in the whole experience compared to World at War, which had an outstanding campaign and transferred straight over to the multiplayer side with the actual sound audios, the effects of the weapons, the body parts flying off from the actual damage of your weapons, the actual voice actors on all the teams. It doesn't matter if you're German, Russian, on the Japan team, USA, all the voice actors are outstanding. They completely transferred every good World War II vibe from campaign over to multiplayer and made it one overall outstanding experience. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. I know it's going to have no content. I know it's going to be trash in multiplayer. I'm probably going to go branch off and play Battlefield for the whole year. Who knows? Like, honestly, Battlefield 6 is looking real good. I think I'm going to be grinding that like crazy compared to Call of Duty, but I just want World War II to be redeemed. I want it to be redeemed. 11 to 12 years is way too long to go without, you know, a good World War II shooter. I need to see something. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. By all means, if you hated it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, if you want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord. Both links are down in the description. And also, if you catch you live streams on video games, I do that over on Twitch. I'll link to that in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.